know to what that shit do. All right. Keep in mind that these messages are general, so if it doesn't apply, let it fly. Catch me on the next one, and hopefully it sticks. Okay. So y'all, sorry my voice is a little raspy. I've been laying down. I've been so tired. Okay. Over this weekend, I spent some time with one of my good girlfriends, and I missed her so freaking much. So, yeah, we had drinks, we watched movies, went to sleep, woke up, went to the nail shop, like had a whole girls' weekend. So, today I'm off work and I'm relaxing. So, I was like, I gotta get this read out because I keep hearing this part of the song. So, when it comes to this message collective, right? You definitely have someone in they feels, okay? I feel like it is somebody that is missing you. They want to talk to you, they want to see you, you know. And as far as the song download, the part that I kept hearing, because it's an LMA song, Boot Up, right? And I kept hearing, feeling so deep in my feelings. I was like, I had to look it up. I was like, what song is that? And so it was Booed Up. So this could have been, your boo, ex boo, whatever the case may be. Like, you know how maybe you're not in a relationship with someone. Hey Zion, hey Soul Fam. You know how you're not really in a relationship with someone, you'd be like, okay, that's just my boo. Like it got potential for a relationship. Yeah, maybe it's real lighthearted, y'all kicking it, y'all see each other here and there. It's like, yeah, that's my boo. So being that that energy is coming up, I feel like with the title being boot up, somebody wants like to kick it with you, be like they just want you around, okay? Because I'm hearing that song, I want you around, around. Who is that? I think is that Snow Allegra? I think it is. But in the lyrics, right? She be like, feeling that part, I swear it was just in my head. I was like, okay, I gotta do this read today. Cause y'all probably wondering, like, where the hell has K Raw been? Here I am, here I am. But what she say? No, this ain't really like me. Can't control my anxiety. Feelings like I'm touching the ceiling. Somebody can smoke weed, okay? Cause you know how somebody be like, I'm high as a ceiling or something like that. So maybe when somebody smokes, they think about you, right? It said, when I'm with you, I can't breathe. Boy, you do something to me. Oh, I never get over you until I find something new that get me high like you do. Oh, yeah. Ooh, I love you. So it's like, okay, whoever this person is, maybe y'all ain't been booed up, right? Um, this could be a breakup, because some of you guys could have actually been in a relationship with this person, and maybe you refer to them as your boo. Um, that word in general makes me think of my brother that passed on, because like when I was younger, he will always call me boo, and you know what else that makes me think of? You remember on Monsters Inc. Um, Mike Mazal no, no, not Mike Mazowski, the bear, the monster, whatever the hell. He called the little girl Boo. Okay, so I don't know. Just recently, before I got onto this live, I was looking at this reel of this dad. He was recording, um, and it was his wife holding the baby. So he was like, look, and it was a girl. He was like, oh, look at my beautiful babies, my beautiful girls, or whatever. And just showing them love, giving them kisses and whatnot. And then his oldest son, he looked to be about like maybe like 6 years old, like 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7. Honestly, he had to be around that many years old. He was like, "What about me?" And and the dad affirmed to him, like, "You my first baby. You daddy's son and stuff like that." So I don't know. With that energy too, this could be somebody who wants a kid. All right. Um, with you in specific. Uh, But yeah, that's the vibe of this breed. It's like, it ain't winter season, but somebody definitely want to be booed up, cuddled up, or when it comes to you, collector. So let's see. Because whoever this person is, you definitely got them in their feels, child. But first and foremost, you already know we always gonna tap in with you to see where y'all at in y'all soul's journey before we get into the nitties of the grittiest. Okay. Happy Memorial's Day also to you guys. I hope y'all are having a great day. Yesterday when I was driving to my girlfriend's house, I was smelling all type of grills going on. I was like, "Oh, I love that smell." Like I grew up with my brother, like always, both of my brothers, like always throwing something on the grill. So I love that. And you want to know another key, y'all, that my brother had taught me? When you light the grill up and you like cut up fresh garlic, like not that fucking minced garlic that's in the jar. I hate that kind. I like fresh garlic, the ones you got to motherfucking peel, right? When you light the grill and you cut up garlic and you throw it in the grill with the charcoals, oh my God, it smells so freaking good. Oh man. I do that every time I grill. Like that's just a staple. All right, so let's get into y'all. Happy Memorial Day again. All right, so let's see. All right, so we got discipline coming out here. It says, I can accomplish what I set my mind to. Okay, so some of you guys could be staying strict to some type of program, or maybe your program has been pretty strict. Okay, and when it comes with discipline, it comes with doing something repetitively on schedule or something of that sort, right? It's like you kind of know where you want to be in life or what goals that you have set out for yourself, and you've been staying consistent. All right, so I love that that came out first because it shows that whoever or whatever took place with whoever this person is, you did not let it distract you from your own goals, right? So I love to hear that self-esteem, right? It says, I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others, right? So you know that there's a greater purpose for you staying clear or staying true to your path than, allowing somebody to kind of knock you off of it, right? This is you knowing that, hey, I am here for a reason. I have gifts that the world is pretty much waiting to see, okay? And not only does it make you feel good and benefit you, but it also helps other people as well. It's like whatever version that you are working on towards becoming collective, there is somebody out here in this world that is waiting to meet that version of you. They're waiting. Whether, because I'm hearing like substances, like say if you stop smoking or say if you stop drinking or whatever else that may be a vice for someone here. um it's like once you never know like the type of person that you are capable of being without those things, right? um and oftentimes we meet people on the frequencies that we are on, right? um So with someone here maybe practicing having a clear mind, you may not have been able to see a certain person in a certain light or see a certain situation in a certain light or even an opportunity in a certain light had you still stuck to certain vices, right? So there's always something waiting for you on the other side of the better person that you are trying to be. Because I feel like it could be somebody here that could have been stuck in the same cycle of doing the same things, being the same way, thinking the same way, and they started to see like what that attracted to them, right? And when you think of the opposite of being undisciplined, right? It's kind of like not really having no goals, not really having a motive towards why you do the things that you are doing. So I do feel like somebody here could be going just through like a period of self-reflection, being like, you know what, this is what I want. I can't get what I want in the current stage of how I am. So what is it that I have to do about myself to change the narrative? You know what I'm saying? To change the trajectory of my life. So for that collective, I'm proud of you because this is like being self-aware, you know, and with self-esteem, it's like when you feel better, when either if it's like if you look better, you feel better. It's like that type of energy here. All right, peace. I am a being of love. I release all negative energy. Okay. I do feel like a lot of y'all are like, yeah, look at that growth at the bottom of the deck. That's what I love to see. Collective. All right. You guys are like intentionally, right? Staying away from people, places, and things that do not add to your peace. It's like while you're trying to establish this within yourself, whether it's you having to get away from certain friends, certain past lovers, family members, work environments, settings, whatever it is, y'all have been actively working towards that in order to not be back in the place that you worked so hard to come to leave. Okay, growth. It says, I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. It's like, I love this energy that y'all in, collective, I must say. I love this energy that y'all are in. Some of you guys with growth saying, I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. Some of you guys could be reading more or like just educating yourself on certain things. And it's doing something to your self-esteem. Because it's like when you know what you're talking about, it will be felt, it will be seen, it will be heard. It's not like some of you guys could be into fashion. It's making me think of this one time when I had applied for, this is like when I was new into like fashion design, right? Early years, I would say like maybe 2013 or so. I remember I had interviewed for, and this moment taught me so much as far as paying attention to detail, right? And knowing your shit, basically. So I had applied for BCBG, right? And this was like the first fashion job that I feel like I ever applied for. So I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? You sell clothes, but it was more than just selling clothes. This was like using certain terminology to sell the clothes, right? So I remember um it was this sleeveless dress. I'm just gonna explain it plainly. Like it was a sleeveless dress. It had a lace over a nude. So it had the appearance that it was like a skin underneath. The neck hole was like a scoop and it had like a little circle, right? Now this is how I was thinking of it before the lady corrected me. Hey, Tainted. So she was like, well, I have this dress here. She was like, go ahead and sell me this dress, right? So that's exactly how I explained it. I was like, oh, it's a black dress with the lace and it has a new fabric underneath, and just looking at what I see. But how she corrected me, she was just like, usually when people come into the store, you know what I'm saying, they're going on to vacation or they got this event and that event. And she taught me just an elegant way of like how to sell it, right? I feel like you could be teaching someone how to like up their vocabulary or something like that, or somebody can teach you how to up their vocabulary, something of that sort, right? But she was like, how you would explain it is this is a sleeveless dress with the lace overlay, with a nude undertone, with a scoop neckline, and uh, a peephole appearance, right? Something like that. she was like, "That sounds so much better than, oh, it's a lace fabric and it has nude underneath and the neckline comes like," you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, maybe so you can be helping someone like kind of articulate themselves. And when you know certain words that some people may not know, it does something to your self-esteem because it makes some people question, like, okay, what does that mean? Like, okay, you know, that can be significant. Like I remember coming across like some YouTube ads when it was like stop saying this and say this instead, or stop saying this and say this instead. Like a more articulate way of expressing yourself other than just like surface level words, you know? So I don't know why I went into that whole spiel, but maybe that's significant. Okay. Somebody may just like the way of how smart you are, like um with the words that you use. Okay. Somebody here could be a sapiosexual. All right. They get stimulated by conversation and just depth. Okay. Like that's what really gets this person's rocks off because maybe you look so good and then it's like you ain't no dummy. So like, oh, alright, so somebody likes that. Like you could be talking, this person could be talking to you or you could be talking to them and maybe you say certain words to where, they how you read in the book and you don't know a word and maybe you highlight it. I mean, I know I do this sometimes too. Um, and you highlight it or you underline it or you flip, you crease the corner of the page to go back and look those words up and be like, what does that mean? And it's just a better word to explain something that we can just simply say another way, you know? So yeah, I feel like this has just shown how much you have grown. And when you are around people that whose vocabulary is very different, it kind of rubs off on you, you know? So maybe some people are with growth and humor, maybe you got somebody talking differently. And they like, "Man, when you start using these words?" Like with humor, you know how you got them homies or them homegirls. It's like, what? When did you start talking like this? It's like, how about you pick up a book? But yeah, I feel like that energy is just people that are proud to see you in a different light, okay? Because it shows in how you talk, it shows in how you talk. So let's see. Let's see. When it comes to the love department, we got some love oracle here. So what's popping with that? Ooh, romantic feelings. It's something about feelings here, okay? So deep in my feelings. All right. So it says your feelings are real and worth exploring. Okay. So when it came to whoever this person is, you know, maybe you were looking for some type of romance, okay? I feel like when it comes to y'all, like with the world that we live in now and how like dating has so much been perceived and it's just a shit show going on out here. But I feel like a lot of y'all want those type of loves, like that type of love story that feels like a movie, you know what I'm saying? Or like and then I feel like I genuinely feel like there's someone that is absolutely like that's how they navigate, like they like to romance their partner, court them and have the slow walks on the beach and like romantic shit, intimacy. Not everything has to always be fucking sexual. Like that's one thing, that will turn me the hell off, and it's just like, God damn, control the other head. Because I feel like you're very attractive, collective, and Maybe you could be used to people sexualizing you before even really getting to know you. It's like, yeah, that some people may have a sexual attraction to you. Hey, Elena. Some people may have a sexual relationship to you. Um, but it's like, what about the romantic aspect? Like, I feel like a lot of y'all is like, bring back the guys that would bring the flowers on the first date, or open your door, like shit like that. You know? Um, yeah. So whoever this person is, collective, I feel like they are realizing that, like, out of maybe all the people that they have dealt with in the past, it's something about you. It's something about your energy, your essence that makes this person. I'm hearing a song. Want to do these romantic gestures for you. Okay? I'm hearing you should let me love you. Let me be the one to give you everything you want and need. That good love and protection. Make me your selection. Show you the way love's supposed to be. Baby, you should let me love you. Okay, somebody's name could be Mario. Maybe you could have been this person or vice versa. Take it how it resonate. But somebody is like, let me love you. Like, let me show you that I care about you. You know? I'm hearing that Cater to You song by Destiny's Child. Let me cater to you, 'cause baby, this is your day. Do anything for my man, baby, you blow me away. I got the breakfast, your dinner, your dessert, and so much more. Anything you want, I wanna cater to you. 'Cause it's like, damn, if you really like somebody, you gonna show them. 'Cause listen, it's plenty of people that may be on your body, on how you look. It's plenty of people out there. Like I said, you can go to the fucking grocery store, you can go to the damn liquor store, you can go to the gas station and get stared down just off of some physicality aspect type shit without you even having to open your mouth. But when somebody really actually gets to feel you, you know what I'm saying? When you talk to them, somebody feels something. I feel like your conversation brings somebody peace. Like, and even with self-esteem, it's like you could be somebody that speaks life into people. And somebody here was not used to that. They could have been attached to people who were very codependent or insecure, or, and they felt like they always had to be the one to pick the pieces up and try and make somebody feel a certain type of way. But it is a different feeling when you are on the other side of that, from always having to pick somebody else up, and you have somebody that is intentionally and genuinely picking you up. It's not coming from a place of like, oh, I have to do this. You know what I'm saying? It's coming from a place of like, I love you. I want to see you do good. And I want you to see you how I see you through my lens. Right? So maybe somebody didn't. It's like you have feelings for. I feel like both of you guys had feelings for each other, but maybe the feelings that this person had could have been on like maybe a sensual level. Okay, and it could have been that on both ends at one point, but I feel like outside of a sensual level, you showed this person like, yeah, we may have that, but like I care about you as a person too. You know what I'm saying? I care about your heart. I care about you. And that is what I feel like set someone apart here from whoever someone could have been used to dealing with. It wasn't no bam, bam, thank you, ma'am. Talk to you later. You know what I'm saying? See you when I see you. Yeah, y'all must have did what y'all did or whatever, but then it was still like, "Hey, how's your morning going? How you doing? How you feeling?" You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. You definitely do it for someone. And when it comes to someone wanting to romance someone, they feel as though you are the person that they should be in that space with, okay? It says forgiving and learning. All right. Somebody definitely wants to apologize. All right. I don't know what happened, but somebody wants to apologize. Okay. It says, as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. Okay. So this is definitely somebody who I feel like could have went about treating you like how they was used to treating other people. But again, it's something about the energy that you bring into this person's world to where when you are not there, it is felt. It is felt. And like I said, with forgiving and learning, you could be teaching this person something. Okay. I feel like for some of y'all could really be teaching this person a lesson as far as like how to hold on to the people that actually intentionally try to add peace into your life, that cares about your peace. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all could be that one friend to where it's like, say y'all, because I just got this image in my head. Like, say one of y'all go out, and you know how when a motherfucker got too many drinks and a bump turns into excuse you. You know what I'm saying? You could be that peacemaker to be like, listen, it wasn't that deep. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't that deep. Let's go. You know? Cause I recently just seen this post of this girl. That's crazy. I said that. I just seen this post, and this girl, I guess she lost her phone, but she started fighting her friends, all because it was, it's a whole bunch of dudes around, whatever. She want to look macho and all that shit or whatever, and it's just like, damn, like, why would you want to fight your friends all because you can't find your shit? You want to look so tough. Like, it was just weird. It was hella weird. Some of y'all could just be realizing who your actual friends are too. If this is not a love romantic relationship, it could be a friendship, and you changed. When you outgrow people with that humor here, people, the people that's laughing, that's because they so used to being stuck in the same fucking cycle, doing the same things, same shit, different day. Whereas you probably used to be popping bottles, going here this every weekend or through a whoop, and then you know what I'm saying. Now your discipline has changed. You know, you like to go out to nature. You like to ride bikes. You like to I don't know, meditate. And people is like, what the fuck are you doing? You like trying to find a peace of mind outside of all that other shit that I keep trying to put a band-aid over. Some people are scared to face themselves because they've been putting motherfucking band-aids over themselves for a long time until you actually take it off and look at what you've been avoiding, right? So also the song I'm hearing with this forgiving and learning card, I'm hearing teach me how to love. Show me the way to surrender my heart. Girl, I'm so lost. Teach me how to love so I can get my emotions involved. Teach me. What do you say? I was told that the true definition of a man was to never cry, work till you die. Got to provide. Always be the rock for my fam. Protest and give you the things that you need, baby. Our relationship is suffering. Trying to give you what I never had. say I don't know how to love you, babe. And I say teach me the way, show me the way, keep my feelings deep inside, cover them with my pride. I'm trying desperately, baby. Ooh, I love you some music. So child, child. Okay, then somebody is like, forgive me. Like, I'm sorry. I'm still learning how to love someone correctly. I'm still learning how to, you know, go with my heart and not my mind sometimes. Like how they experience love for a long time is very different from how you want to be shown love. So it's kind of like this person is having to unlearn and relearn. Because maybe the way that they was used to loving other people was accepted by those people because they were broken. But now that you are healing, you are at peace, you're not with the rah-rah. Okay? I don't know why it made me think, y'all. I don't know why it made me think of that Savvy Third song, Rah Rah. He was like, I am not gonna play with these niggas. Hold on. I got it on me right now. With the Skype. I'm not about that life. I'm with that lifestyle. I'm really kicking niggas. Mm. Like nigga ever mean. I'm Grip Street. Whole lot of niggas trying to check me. I gotta break it down. Iffy. Not honestly. How the fuck it go against me? That good key. I'm not with all that rah rah. All right. I gotta have a little ratchet in my playlist. Just a little bit. But yeah, collective. This person is like, I'm learning, you know. Maybe this person didn't know how to be vulnerable without them thinking that somebody was going to like hurt them or use it against them or hmm. But their values, like however they were used to, whatever was ingrained into their head since they were young, or whatever they seen growing up and within their own households or friends or their own personal experience, um, has kind of like hardened their heart or formed some type of perspective about how love is or how love should be, and is trying to learn the right way. Because as you know, with social media and these platforms and people saying women should do this, men should do this, relationships should be like this, it's like everybody is different. You can't really generalize relationships, how you raise your kids, how, like we're all learning, and we learn something new every day about the person or the people that we are with. And with that, you adjust. But yeah, this is somebody that definitely wants to. I'm hearing Love Language by SZA. Okay. So it says give your relationship a chance. I do feel like you love this person. For the feminine energy is like again, you bring some type of safety, peace to this person. It could be the way in which you hug them. Okay, but it says work on your partnership. All right. I do feel like this is a special dynamic of a relationship, okay? Heart to heart conversation. It says honestly discuss your feelings with each other, okay? There's a reason why you are connected with this person or why this person was somehow connected to you. Because like I said, sometimes Big G is going to connect us with people on our frequency enough to where we either like it or start to dislike it. It's 144. So yeah, y'all definitely are some chosen ones that are a part of the 144,000. Okay. And with that, we have specific missions to do. Sometimes, you end up in situations you like, why am I here? It's the reason why Big G got you there. Just know you good. You good wherever you at, but it's the reason why you there because your presence is needed. Whether it's in a setting, in a relationship, in a friendship, you were strategically placed around certain people to help them in some way, shape, or form change the trajectory of their life because of the impact that you cause on individuals. All right. Because I'm saying, whoever this person is, heart and heart, tired of being in the same cycle. They're not learning anything from anyone else. They feel like they're the one that always got to do something, provide, whatever. And then here you come in and you make them feel like it's a weight lifted off of their shoulder, unintentionally, but intentionally. Opening up somebody's eyes to like what real love is. How is it to actually be cared for someone without an incentive attached to it? How to find a sense of vulnerability with someone instead of feeling as though like you got to keep everything the fuck in. So, somebody here, I don't know if somebody here wants, I feel like somebody wants to break the ice as far as having a heart to heart conversation with you. Okay, because somebody really feels like, okay, yeah, we may not be talking right now, or we may not be seeing each other right now, but the work that they're doing on themselves, I feel like this is somebody wanting to come to you like a changed person. You know what I'm saying? A different energy, a different. It's like I don't know when you. I feel like when you talk to this person, or when you see them, or however they go about how they move, it's like it's going to be a total 360. It's and I feel like that's their way of kind of showing you like I'm trying. I'm trying. And I feel like that's what's going to open up the door to, having a heart to heart conversation to really get to the root as to like why they may have came off the way that they did. Why they view love the way that they did, or why their mindset was that way before. But I tell you this much. It took for this person to be so tired of helping everybody else with their shit and then being like, damn, like I don't really have anybody that I can lean on. Like this is the person where they were always leaned on. Cause you see how in this picture, you see how it's like, yeah, he's there and he, is consoling this person, but it's like, I'm fucking tired, bro. Like I got shit of my own. I don't got nobody to talk to about the shit that's on my heart. You know, yeah. But somebody finds that with you because in the song "Boo It Up," what did she say? Because they're dealing with somebody. I don't know if somebody in their past. Cause you see how they like is on bended knees. Like please, please. Because in the song, what she say? I might die without you. Ooh, what she say? Yeah, I think I might die without you. Feelings all over my body. So they could have been dealing with somebody to where like they don't want to be in that relationship, but they feel bad for them. So they feel like they're obligated to help this person, right? But whoever this other person is, like somebody has romantic feelings for you, but they could be stuck in a situation of somebody that's like, I'm gonna hurt myself if you leave or whatever. Like, listen, I just got finished watching that Netflix series, The Crash. Baby, may a relationship like that never find me. Never. The way she was calling him all type of bitches and I was just like, what the hell is going on? Talking to him reckless. But it made me think because it's like when if y'all haven't seen it, but it's like, or if y'all have seen it, you caused that damage, you killed two people, and you that caused the damage survived. That's because Big G wanted you to live out your repercussions. It made me think of if y'all from LA or Cali and y'all remember this story, it made me think of the nurse lady that came speeding down, what was it, La Cienega onto Slauson and ran into oncoming traffic. She killed everybody in the car. It was a dad, the mom, her kids, and I think the mom was pregnant. Killed all of them and she survived. So it's like some people have to live with that guilt of the damage that they have caused to other people, other families, you know? And outside of that, I feel like this person is like I said earlier, however they were used to growing up and things like that, like they're tired of living with that same narrative of like what they were shown, what love is, what you got to take to keep a person, or because that also makes me think of that K Michelle interview with Club Shay Shay when she was just like, as long as he's paying the bills, you know what I'm saying? It's given like as long as he come home at night. You feel me? Like the fuck? Mm-mm, mm-mm. But her turning point, to each his own. Like I said, everybody got their own way of what works for them. Let's remind us of that. Hey, what works for you may not work for the other person. That's why you can't generalize shit. But she was like, as soon as he start paying somebody a fan's bill, that's where she draw the line. And that's why, they say money is the root of all evil because it's like there should be some type of morals and integrity into place other than acting however you want to act as long as your bills is paid. It's like the base of a relationship like that is off of survival mode and security. But what works for some people may not work for other people. Okay. Because as soon as them bills stop being paid, it's like, how much do you love them? How much do you care about them? How much are you still willing to bring peace into their life? Because money runs out, but love is eternal, whether you are still on this earth or not. All right. So let's see what's going on in the heart space. All right. Realization. Okay. Epiphany, understanding, awakening. Somebody has gone through a spiritual awakening. Something, whether it's you not being in this person's presence, whether it was a situation that happened on their end that you don't know about, whatever it is, somebody like that light bulb went off in somebody's head and was like, this is like somebody stepping out of the matrix, stepping out of like what they see is being pushed, whatever agenda is being pushed, when it comes to like the stipulations of relationships. At one point, this person could have been influenced by those things, and as far as what was said and what was seen and what was done, and all of that. But this is like somebody leaving the crowd, and really sitting with themselves and being like, man, what really brings me peace? Yeah, yeah, Zion. That was I think she was a doctor or a nurse. The lady that ran into oncoming traffic. I swear, every time I drove past Lawson at that intersection, it it was like an eerie feeling. I swear, it was such an eerie feeling for yeah, for a couple of weeks. Like I would try and avoid that intersection because I remember somebody. I think the comments I was reading, the baby. Man, I can't even talk about it, but yeah. somebody was getting their gas at that gas station that looked like the Jetsons, futuristic ass gas station. Um, yeah, somebody said like the car seat, and I was just like, what the fuck? It was so many stories to that shit. As far as I don't know if she got into it with her man or and the signs be there. The signs be there. Even for this type of energy that I was speaking of this person being with somebody that's pleading and being like, stay with me, or because I'm here. What's that Tyrese song? Baby, won't you just stay, stay. But I'm also hearing another song. It's an old R&B song. They say when you love someone, you just don't treat them bad. Oh, how I feel so sad now that I wanna leave. She's crying her heart to me. How could you let this be? I just need time. So I don't know. This could be somebody that they dealt with for a long time. But this is always somebody that has like threw out hints, gestures, something to let them know that like shit can get real if you leave me. You know, it's just like mm, definitely not cool. But somebody is realizing, maybe that type of love ain't love. Like Big G will show you. If you think that toxic shit is cool or somebody's saying shit to you even if it's in a joking matter, like that shit is not cool. There's always some type of truth to that. Because even in that documentary, the crash that I was looking at when they were going through her text messages and shit, the things she was saying added to the evidence of what ended up happening. Like, that's what make me scared today, people, man. Because I swear, I was just talking with my friend last night about how I had dated this person and his name wasn't even his name. And I'm just like, that shit is really crazy because anything could have, like, thank God God was looking over me. But anything could have happened to me. And if I was told the police this person's name, it would have been no recollection of that name. And thank God I got the friends that I have, the girlfriend I was with this weekend, that listen, my friends care about me because we did some digging and child and we found out the real name was like, oh, it's like, "Man, show me your ID. I need to see your fucking ID. Hell no." I mean, was answering to me when it came to this damn name. Like, I can't lie about my name because as soon as I say my name, Keisha, and you call me Keisha, I am not gonna pay attention. I'm gonna forget. Ah, like who is that? Oh, you talking to me? Oh shit. I am horrible at lying. I don't like to lie. But it's like uh, but yeah. Yes, where I want to be. That's that song. Hey Michael, sending you love and light as well. Hey Cash, I do readings. If you want a reading, you can email me at sacredsag2021 at gmail.com. SACREDSAG 2021 at gmail.com. Okay. I be forgetting to tell you I do personal, so definitely email me and we can talk about it. I think my last read was Zion. We had a time. We was a kikiing, we was getting to business, okay? But yeah, whoever this person is, they're starting to get it. Okay. Something is being shown to this person that's causing something to awaken within them. Like I said, if they were in this domestic type of relationship, maybe they could have watched the Netflix series and been like, so it's actually people out here that act like this and it can end like this. Yes. There are actually people out here that is fucking delusional and has not established anything within themselves outside of attaching themselves to another person. So where they feel like when that person that they have formed this attachment to no longer wants to be with them, that their life is over. They're never gonna find anybody else. And it could go to extremes. Just because you're not like that don't mean that somebody else ain't like that. Okay? So also too, however this person, like I said, was used to treating other people, they're realizing that it's something more deeper when it comes to you because your absence is is making listen, I'm here to make you feel some type of way. It's definitely making them feel some type of way, and it's bringing a certain type of clarity to them as well. Okay, somebody could be looking at your pictures with this camera here. Somebody could be a photographer. All right, it says truth, intentions, honesty. And this person, I feel like they've been lying to themselves. Like you cross their mind a couple of times throughout the day, a couple of times. If they see anything in regarding to love, relationship, whatever, they think about you. They hear a love song, they think about you. They see somebody that look like you, they're thinking about you. If your name pop up, they're thinking about you. So this person is like, what is this about? Why can't I get this person off my mind? Like, what the fuck is that? Like, it's getting irritating to them because there's so much, they want to be so much in denial about how they feel about you, but that's clearly showing them like you love this person. You know what I'm saying? It's just whoever this person is battling between leaving their old self behind and stepping into your world, the world where they feel like it's peaceful, it's love there, you know, it's like a kid that's that's being so defiant with eating their vegetables. You know, like your vegetables is good for you. Your parents ain't telling you to eat them to hurt you, it's to help you. This is the type of person that would sit at the table all fucking night with that plate of broccoli, all because they don't want to eat it. But then that thought comes of like, man, I can't get it from off this table until I eat the broccoli, until I eat some type of green. And then this is this person, you know, this but despite the fact that it's like I don't want to eat vegetables, right? Whatever vegetables they did to you, they got some type of vendetta about it. But then the more they sit there, the more they're like, you know what? But this shit is good for you though. It is good for your body. I fuck it. I want to get up from this table, so I'm gonna eat the fucking broccoli. Okay, just an analogy, but yeah, you know. So I feel like this is somebody, especially seeing intention here. This is somebody that's about to start being more intentional with you. Okay, hey Lisa, they're gonna be more intentional with you, and I feel like that's why this heart to heart conversation is going to happen. Okay, because yeah, I see children in the reverse and make the effort. Yeah, and separation. So yeah, y'all definitely are not in close proximity to each other. But I do feel like this person's gonna make the effort because they want children. And they know that they can't have children with the person that they want children with if they don't make it right with the person they want it with. How they gonna get it? Your name ain't Mary. How they gonna get it? Okay. How you gonna plant that seed if you ain't even, nurtured the surroundings of where it's gonna be at? so it can flourish, right? Some of you guys could be planting, but somebody do want to be honest with you. This looks like a real honest type of heart to heart conversation and being like, look, like this is how that's why it's so important to ask those certain type of questions. It's like, how was you first shown love? How was you first shown love? How do you like to be loved? Because you can assume all you want, but that ain't until you ask those certain type of questions till you actually know. And sometimes when you ask those questions, sometimes the people themselves that you're asking don't know because they never been asked that. Nobody ever cared enough to dig deep within what their needs are because they were so busy tending to other people's needs. Okay. But with this realization and clarity, I'm hearing, I can see clearly now the rain is gone. Okay. They could have been constantly dealing with somebody that, was crying. Think of Rain was crying. Like I said, whoever this person is that was begging on their knees, please, please, I need your help. You're the only person that love me, understand me, and it kind of felt more so like a chore here with whoever this other energy is. And this person can give solution after solution after solution, but it's given like you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. You could be like, listen, you should do this, you should do that, but it's always a motherfucking excuse for what you suggesting to help them with, and it's just like you just like the attention. At this point, you just like the attention. You don't want a solution. You want the pity. You want people to feel sorry for you. If somebody don't want to help themselves, why overwork yourself if they're not even doing that for themselves? And somebody is clearly seeing like the manipulative ways in which somebody try like continue to play on them because they know somebody cared about them. Like, well, if I act like this, they're gonna stay, they're gonna help me, and things of that sort. But somebody here is catching on and be like, man, this is a pattern with you. Yeah, run. Y'all know that Instagram voiceover when they play like the scary movie, I mean scary music, and it'd be like, run. Like, I wish I can cue that into the video right now. Oh shoot. This card is going everywhere. Somebody's feelings is all over the place. It's like here they are having romantic feelings for you. They can still be attached to somebody that don't want them to leave them. I don't know what's causing that connection to stay together, but it's just this person has a good heart. I don't feel like there's someone that's just gonna leave somebody hanging, but somebody knows that this person has a good heart and they repetitively do something in order to try and keep this person around. Yep, karma. This could be with the karmic, okay? Consequences, cause and effect, depth. hmm Because whoever this person could be, you know, trying to get away from, there are consequences to that. And the thing is like you can spend your whole life trying to mend somebody who don't want to be mend. And then you missing out on living and establishing a peaceful life without you feeling like whoever you're with is your child. There's no obligation there. But again, like I said, whoever this person is, they have a good heart. So it's just like they don't want that feeling that something could have happened to someone else because they chose to leave the situation. They don't want that on they plate, on they heart, on their mind. But Listen, people are gonna do what they are going to do. It's not gonna mean that it's your fault. You know what I'm saying? There are certain things within people that operate like that they have refused to look at and heal. I don't like whatever the other energy is that could be attached to this person. Okay. Zion said, "Don't be like the woman in the scary movies that start running and start tripping over air, trying to get away and end up on a lie." No, for real though, because there's so many signs that Big G will show you to get away from somebody. If you noticing there's always shit happening to your shit when you around somebody, you need to. I was really just having this conversation last night. You need to get away from them. You need to get away from them. But just like how every time this person came around you, they felt this, that's what made them feel like I want to be around that more. So busy helping this person, you end up in debt, you spending money, this and that, and it ain't doing nothing to pour back into you. It's like, and the more somebody enables someone, the more they just get creative with thinking of ways to keep somebody around. You gotta cut the cord. You gotta cut the cord. Okay, yeah, somebody's intuition has been speaking to them, and I feel like that's what's been causing this awakening within them because they're starting to really see. Like they could have just been in this trance of knowing that they have to have this person on their payroll because they know that this person is always gonna get into shit. It's kind of like having this personal auto pay. Like every month that this bill is due, so you specifically got something set aside because it's like something is going to go on with this person, so it's like, why are you enabling someone with creating space for someone else's bullshit? But once somebody was, going over their shit and was like, you know what, this is a bill I don't gotta fucking pay. Like this is like saying yes to someone so many times and then you tell them no that one time and they flip out as if you never said yes a million and one other times. Your intuition would start speaking to you and being like, I see how you act when I'm not able to, but I also see how you act when I am. Okay, it says heart song, telepathy, inner knowing. Somebody knows that they love you. Their heart is with you. They feel comfortable when they are with you. Because, like I said, heart song, every time they hear a love song, something, you are the person that comes to mind. Ain't nobody, it ain't even this other person that stresses them out or won't leave them alone. I'm hearing, I can't leave you alone. Uh-uh. What song is that? Say the drug dealer, something. I can't leave the dope boys. Be turning me on. Something like that. Who sing that, Zion? The dope boys. Oh, that's Sierra. Can't leave him alone. I tried the good boy gang, but the dope boys turning me on. Now here's what. Okay, okay. So, like I said, as somebody is thank you. Yep, that is Sierra. Yep. Yeah, I can't leave him alone. Tried to change my ways, but the dope boy's turning me on. Trap niggas know what I want. So that's the thing, because as somebody is growing, okay, maybe when they were younger, dealing with a certain type of caliber of people, that shit would turn them on. That toxic shit. Seeing a motherfucker cry, beg, stroke their ego. Oh, you need me. You want me. You can't live without me. But now somebody's starting to see, like, yeah, hell no. Yeah, nope, nope. Because again, Big G knows your heart space. He knows your heart space. So if you're allowing that, if you're enabling that, it's because you seeing somebody in distress over you makes you feel good. And they feeling that same shit with karma. This is like you being in that position, but you knowing your heart space as far as this person was not showing you romance. They wasn't really feeling you like that. They wanted to feel you, but they wasn't trying to feel you. You feel me? So it's like the tables turning as far as you watching this person cry their heart out to you, but that doesn't satisfy you. That does not stroke your ego. It's more so just like I just feel like how you would feel on the other end is like you're just doing this to get me back into good graces with you. Whereas on their end, like I said, it stroked their ego to see somebody crying over them. Y'all heart space was in two different places. I feel like during this heart to heart conversation, somebody is going to shed some tears here because this is shit that they have not talked to someone like about, but they know that they can talk to you about it. Hmm. Look at that. Soulmate at the bottom of the deck. Deep love, unity, connection. Yeah, y'all have it. The connection that y'all have is very different because the depth that this person had to pay with getting a rise out of seeing people in the past, because I don't feel like this energy that they're in now. Like this sense of discipline is being like, no, I'm not fucking with you no more. I'm not allowing you to keep doing this shit to try and reel me back in. I'm done. If you want to do X, Y, and Z to yourself, then that is not my problem. That's the energy this person is in now. Their self esteem is on a different level because they're putting their fucking foot down now for their own sanity and peace. That's growth. But I feel like the debt that they knew that they had to pay is when they did come across that person that added to their piece or made them feel a certain type of way to where they knew that they could be vulnerable with, the depth was it could have possibly been like not really putting their foot down in the past with the past people. You know what I'm saying? They popping out the trash can after you done already threw them away. Or dealing with crazy people that want to try and ruin what they feel real with you, with someone else. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you cause people to want to go crazy over you or be crazy for you, even when you move on, even though you moved on, and to say that them people have as well. Because unfortunately, we got people that's on that Denzel. I'm gonna have to leave here with something type of energy, given whatever the relationship was or whatever was done in the past. That somebody feels like they're owed something. But the way this person can't stop thinking about you, like their intuition knows, it's because they really do love you. It's not a surface level love, it's a real deep love. To the point to where like this they could have been the one that never like took women on actual dates and just spent time with them and had those heart to heart conversations and made them want to bring a woman some flowers or like the people that they dealt with, they didn't feel like they were worth that type of energy. But with you, they feel like you are. And I feel like that could have mainly been the reason why you did not deal with this person because you know your worth. That could have caused a separation here. And they are definitely seeing that. Because it's like the people that they were used to dealing with that they feel as though are not deserving of those things. It's like they kind of come at this person like, well, where are my flowers? Where's this? Where's that? It's like you kind of let this person, you didn't tell this person what to do. You sat back and looked at what they chose to do or how they chose to treat you off the strength of them being them. But with the people that they dealt with in the past, they were definitely, they felt obligated for certain things. Oh, you supposed to buy me this. You supposed to do this. You supposed to do that. And it's like this person is realizing like the one that wasn't even demanding all of this shit is really the one that deserved that shit. You ain't ask this person for shit. But the ones that do the bare fucking minimum is expecting that from this person. I do feel like when it came to you, their judgment was very cloudy. It says illusions, unbalanced, distorted. And I feel like it's because like your energy collective makes someone want to do that, not your words. Simply you being who you are makes people think of you in that certain type of manner that makes them be like, you know what, this will put a smile on collective's face. And it's merely because of how you treat yourself. You teach people how to treat you based off of how you treat yourself. I remember I had went on a date with this guy and I like to buy myself flowers. Um I had got some, I think I love sunflowers and peonies. I had got some sunflowers. I went to Home Depot for something. And you know how when you walk in they got the flowers and shit. So I seen some sunflowers like, oh, these are pretty. So I got some and I had posted it on my Instagram story or whatever. And when we had went on our date, he walked up with flowers in his hands. And in my mind, I'm like, that's sweet. Like I don't just have I've only had him and another dude ever bring me flowers on a date. So I was like, that's real sweet. Um, and he was like, I seen that you posted flowers. He was like, I thought that you would like them. Merely off the strength of him seeing how I like to treat myself, he got them. It wasn't like that ego in the way of like, who the fuck gave you flowers? What nigga buying you flowers? Like that is just off the strength of him knowing that that's what she likes to do for herself. So we teach people how to treat us based off of how we treat ourselves collective. That's all I'm trying to say. But this person, like, they feel you on a soul level. They feel you on a soul level. Okay, withdrawn. It says single, lonely, solitary. Okay, so they're not attached. They're not with anybody. I feel like they're just trying to, if they haven't already, just trying to like no longer be a crutch for whoever these people in the past were that they always felt obligated to help. It's like, "Excuse me, can you take a picture of me?" Find somebody else to do it. Granny was like, child, find somebody else to do it. I'm sitting here in here trying to get my groceries. I ain't got time to be playing with the electronics with you, child." Wait, no time. He said, "Mm-mm, find somebody." She pointed to the direction of other people. Find somebody else to do it. But that's the energy that this person has when it comes to these past people. They like, find somebody else to do it. I can't do it. That's that discipline. That's where that discipline comes in at. Because the one that this person would want to do things for is you. But with them being in like feeling lonely and in solitude or in solitary, they feel like you don't need them. And that's the thing though. This person has not came across somebody who wanted them and did not need them. This person is so used to being needed from their family, from their friend. "Oh, I need you to do this. I need you to do that. I need you to help me. I need you to." But when you deal with someone whose choice is to want you, it's different. It's different. They don't know how to deal with someone that has the option when it comes to them. They're used to using certain in the past, right? They were used to using certain things, certain tactics, whatever, in order to build a rapport of you needing to come back to them or other people coming back to them. But with you, it's totally different. So it's like you make this person like do their homework when it comes to you and themselves, like you can't just slide up in the class and ask the next person to see the cheat code. It's like, nah, you gotta actually study for this type for this type of relationship. When you really care about somebody, when you're really trying to pursue someone, like you study them, not, like you listen to what they say, you remember certain things. So when it's time for you to use that information towards the good, you know it already. It's as simple as like you telling somebody like, "Oh, I don't like for my niece for instance, she don't like sauce. She don't like sauce on her food. Like burgers dry as hell." I laugh for her about it, but like I know if I was to go see her and I was gonna pick up some food, I would know, hey, can you make sure there's no sauce on it? Because you know that person. You know that person. You know them enough to remember that piece of information to where when it comes to towards applying it, you know how to apply it. And I feel like this is what, this person is realizing when it comes to building a relationship with someone that you want to co-create with, build with. You have to remember things about people. Okay, divine masculine. Okay, yang masculine energy, obscurity, secrets, mysteries, concealing. Okay, uh, there is a method to this person's madness. Like I said, they were so used to stepping into every situation feeling as though you just another person that's gonna need me for something. So you really changed like the way that they think when you came in and you were the total opposite of that. Because it's like you weren't there to take from them, you were there to add to them. And that's the exact mission Big G needed you to complete when when this person came into your world. You could have been the very first person where your intention was to add to their life, not take away from it. And that alone, this person seeing that that you had the intention to pour into them is what's going to make them, is what built that sense of a vulnerable space for them when it comes to heart conversations and what they've been concealing and keeping inside. Like, have you ever just like talked to someone where you know like the things that you discuss with someone is never going to, you know, is that vent ain't gonna ever lead to another room, a real solid individual? Like, I feel like that's needed in everybody's life. A real solid, whether it's a friend, a lover, a family member, like you ain't never gotta worry about what's being told to someone ever being discussed about elsewhere. That's how this person feels when it comes to you, because you have this peaceful energy to where it's not like you finna go and be like, yeah, you know, what the came and talked to me about this, like those precious things that you hold near and dear to your heart. You know that it's never going to leave that person. That's how they feel. That's how they feel. But they've been like they're used to holding things in. But I feel like that is what kind of hardened their heart, because they did not have an outlet, someone that they can speak to. You know, that's why I encourage therapy, like talking to someone who you don't know to get a better, idea of how to process things. They ain't about to go and tell your family members. They ain't finna go and call your friend up and say, "Oh, this is what's going on." Whoop, whoop. Sometimes you need a non-biased opinion, and that's okay. It doesn't make you weak. We all need certain things to help us process things, whether it's grief, depression, trauma, heartbreak, whatever it is. Don't ever be too good to be helped. All right. So it says mixed signals, blocked emotions, messed up. Because when you think of fog, like, sorry, y'all. But when you think of fog, right? Sometimes, depending on how close you are, you you can still see the outline or the silhouette of certain things, right? And when it came to that, it was like this person's heart, right? It's like they showed you that they cared about you, but it was like one foot in, one foot out. Somebody being scared to put all their eggs in one basket when it came to you. And it made me think of that movie The Fog, cause you remember when they was all up in the gas station and shit, and they didn't know what was outside? Annoying. Oh, sorry, interruptions. But um, yeah, that movie. It's like maybe this person in the past, could have went into situations blind, didn't know what was on the other side of that fog. And they ended up getting grabbed up by these goddamn other people that was like, "Oh yeah, I need you. I need you. I need you to do this. I need you." You know? it ended up in situations, but I feel like you were close enough to this person in order to see their for you to see a part of their heart. Okay? They definitely had mixed signals when it came to the situation because I'm hearing you're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. It'd be like heaven to touch. I wanna hold you so. Somebody's name could be Lauren. Somebody just felt like it was too good to be true because, again, they were so used to other people needing them. Like, here they are feeling like they need you because you bring peace into their life. And they're like, man, I need this. I need you around. I'm telling you, around. I, they need you around, collective. I feel like whoever this person is, I feel like they felt for you quick based off of just your vibe, your je ne sais quoi, okay? With something about you. It's like, you know how a baby is crying and you hand them to this person, they still crying, you hand them to this person, they still crying, and then like they hand them to you and the baby is just everybody on mute. It's just like you are like a people whisperer or something. Like I don't know. But somebody getting to their breaking point when it comes to not seeing you, being around you, hearing from you, or something. It's like with how much you are on this person's mind, they're like, man, I can't take it. Like, I gotta talk to this person. I gotta see them. I have to make a move. I gotta do something. Okay. It says limit, final straw, overwhelmed. Because I'm telling you, like, the way you fill this person's heart space up, it's so many feelings that this person has for you, collective. And it's like those feelings wanting to be put into action, but it's being suppressed by, maybe this person's ego. And it's like, I gotta talk to somebody about how I feel about this person, and who better not than the person, right? Who better not than them? Conflicted, okay? Yeah, decisions, hot and cold, multiple choices, okay? Somebody may feel like you could be talking to somebody else that can be on their mind as to what's making them conflicted as far as like coming in towards you. They don't know if you're gonna be hot. They don't know if you're gonna be cold. Like it's what's at the bottom of the deck? Possibilities. Yeah, it's like it's a possibility that you can be this way, or it's a possibility that you can be another way. But it says free spirited adventure risks. Right? Somebody is willing to take the risk when it comes to however this shit may pan out. Okay, because it's getting to the point to where they're like, I won't know unless I try or do something. I won't know. Bluff is in the reverse. I feel like this is somebody that's not about to sit here and try and call your bluff. This is like a straight shooter and being like, yo, I see you and I want you. Somebody could like to watch the Boondocks, okay? Somebody's name could be Riley. I see you and I want you. Yep, like I said, that pride, right? This is what they fighting against. This is like breaking the mold of, again, this person is used to people begging on their knees, please, I want to be with you. I wanna be the one you love. Baby, I wanna be the one you love. Mm, mm, mm. Don't wanna make it seem. Ah, who's that? I think that's what Donnell Jones. yourself just to see if I'm awake. Could it be you and me? Mm, hold on. Ah, oops. I think that is maybe I wanna be you. No, that's Jagged Edge. Somebody is you be having somebody at the edge of their seat. I don't know. Maybe you can have a platform like me where like people just be waiting for you to talk. You see, my heart is aching for that special girl to come on in and share my world. Someone to love, someone to hold. Let me be the one I love. I wanna be the one you love. You're giving. Your I wanna be the one. What's that part I'm hearing? Child, why are they bringing Stevie B? I don't want Stevie B. I want Jagged Edge. Somebody's name could be Stevie. Oh God, this make me think of Love and Hip Hop with Jocelyn and Stevie. Again, I don't know why I've been picking up on like stripper energy. Cause you remember when like Jocelyn was like, Stevie, I don't want to go back, Stevie. Uh, yeah, and baby, I gotta be the one you love. I gotta be the one you feel. I gotta be the one to fill your life with sunshine. I gotta be the one you know. Cause I will always love you so. There's that apology. Whereas, like I said, the tables have turned here. Because whereas they was used to other people putting them hands together to apologize, here they are. But this is the thing though, Big G is working through this person. Hence the cross chain. Big G is working through this person. And I feel like this awakening that they are going through has a lot to do with them listening to their intuition. Our intuition is usually those God nudges that he gives us that we feel, and it transfers to our brain and forms an opinion based off of that feeling. That's when you listening to Big G through you. Your intuition is telling you this ain't a good situation. I need to leave this location. I need to stop dealing with this person. You feel it. The same way you feel Big G when you feel his presence happening in your life. You feel it. And I feel like when this person came across you, he felt the presence of Big G through you because of the peace that you gave them or that you showed them that they could have. We, but I do feel like this person, they were distracted for a long time. They could have put other things above the value of what really matters. Okay, it says sidetrack, change, delays. And it's not the fact that this person was never going to get to this point that they are at now. Like I always say, sometimes it take a certain type of person, a certain type of situation, a certain type of experience in order to cause that light bulb to go on, for you to start to see things differently, for you to see like, damn, I can't believe that back then I was really valuing these things over this, or I was, attracted to the toxicity, not knowing where that shit stemmed from, and how I found safety and love in that in comparison to what I'm getting shown now. Like, you know, you stepping out of that matrix, so to speak, of what you were so accustomed to growing up. Sometimes the light bulb don't come on for people because they so far deep in. They ignore their intuition. But when you start listening to yourself, I mean you listening to Big G and you start seeing things differently. Because Big G is in all of us. So if you ain't gonna listen to yourself, who you gonna listen to? Not yourself in the state of pride and ego, but in the state of what genuinely brings you this peace, right? So it's like, what song am I hearing? Um, what song am I hearing? Uh, there we go. They used to sing this at my grandma's church or something, or um, what was it? I was blind, but now I see. Uh, is it Amazing Grace? I was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. 'Twas, what is it? Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like. That's what song I'm hearing. Okay. I do feel like you are going to give this person grace. Somebody's name could be Grace, Gracie. Okay. Because the same, it's like however this person is coming into you, it's kind of like you're going to see their heart space. And just as much as Big G gives us grace, because some people, granted, you can accept their apology, but for some people, they're just not meant to return back. Thank you, Zion. Zion. I want to say Zion because there's a girl at my job named Zion, but you're Zion. Let me know if y'all pronounce it the same way or are you Zion? Zion. But like I said, yeah, you may forgive some people, but to the degree of what some people may have done to you, that does not mean that that's access granted back into your life, you know? But I do feel like you're going to see the distinctive change in this person when it comes to their heart space as to what is going to make you want to give this person grace towards not only accepting their apology, but granting them access into your life again. Because, I mean, give this relationship a chance is out here. But somebody feels like you are just really amazing. Like, somebody, yeah, somebody holds you in very high regards as far as the impact that you have put on their life. Okay, yeah, thinking. I've been thinking about you. Ooh, no, no, no. Look at that healing at the bottom of the deck. I'm trying to tell you, collector. I'm trying to tell you, you got a healing energy about you that you probably don't even know. It could be the tone of your voice. Like I said, it could be the way that you hug someone. It could be just your presence, your presence. Like it says on healing, it says releasing, purifying, cleansing. Okay. And thinking, it says missing you, craving you, desiring you. It's like, yeah, this feeling that this person has for you is very deep. It's very deep, collective, on a soul level, you know? This is not somebody like, oh, I'm in, not to say that they ain't, because it's making me think of on Friday when Cal Williams was like, it's your beauty. It's your booty, not your beauty. Or it's your beauty, not your booty, whatever. But with thinking, saying, craving, and desiring, they miss everything the fuck about you. Like, this is somebody that finds like a lover and a best friend in one. Like a lover, a best friend, a confidant, like all of that. And I ultimately feel like you were the person that like kind of catapulted them into doing this healing work because with your energy, however they were used to functioning in the past was not going to be able to live long in your atmosphere, in your space. All right, so what actions does this person plan on taking when it comes to collection? What actions? The Sun, Four Swords. Okay, they are going to come out of isolation, right? That energy of being withdrawn. They are. Okay, and I do feel like this is this person expressing like you really just make them happy. Okay, I feel like they've been thinking long and hard about like what they want out of life, wanting kids, wanting a solid foundation, one that's better than the one that they were brought up in. This is somebody that won't like mom and dad in the same household so they can really see how love is so they won't have to go however many years in age that they are feeling as though they never had a proper representation of it. This is someone that wants their kids to see love from the jump, not having to wait until they go through hell and high water and then years down the line finally having to meet somebody, you know, that showed that to them, like it did when it came to them, like that. Nah. You know how your parents will say like they want you to try and avoid making the same mistakes that they did. This is how this person feel. So they feel like if they are with the right person that knows how to, especially that cut this light bulb on for them, right? They know that they're setting the standards high for their own children, you know? So they don't have to go and allow other people to teach them what love is. They learn it from seeing it growing up in that household. But I do feel like this person is going to, with the sun card, uh, I just feel like somebody kind of just been inside. I don't know why I'm hearing that Ty Dolla Sign song. You've been outside too long. It'll be outside of you. You to make the drink too strong. No, tell me something. Tell me something. Like it could be some people that's trying to get this person to go out, like, let's go here, let's go there. And it's like, I don't know, like you just really on this person's mind to it, like they don't feel like doing anything. They'll rather be booed up with you. If they was to come outside, truthfully, it would be to head to you to have this conversation to get them out of this funk that they are feeling. Yeah, look at that. Queen of Cups. Somebody really loves you and they know that you are a sweetheart. Like they really love you, collective. And let me tell you, ain't nobody would have this person in their feelings like you do right now. Nobody. Nobody, baby. I want tonight for you, me and you. Ooh, yeah, baby. And let me do it to you. Okay, and who can love you like me? Nobody. Who can give you what you need? Nobody. Who can give you all my love? Nobody, baby. Okay. Nobody compares to you, collective Knight of Cups. This person is going to be on their way with some type of love offer, love gesture. You know, um, I see this wine glass or something like that. Like maybe somebody wants to go out to dinner with you, you know? The Knight of Cups is somebody who is very charming. It ain't going, it's like an actual date, romantic, somewhere with some dim lights and, when a motherfucker say, just put on a dress and some heels, we going somewhere nice. They ain't gonna tell you where, but based off of that, it's gonna be somewhere that requires that type of attire. Okay, Knight of Wands. Yeah, they coming in quick. Okay. This is like somebody's like, okay, like on the drive to you, this is somebody that's gonna be so happy. Like so happy and so passionate to like get to you. Like, yeah. Because I'm telling you, I feel like you're gonna give this person grace. All they need is the green light and baby zoom. That's they doing the dash. Okay? They doing a dash to that ass. The hangman, because yeah, I feel like once y'all have this heart to heart conversation, even though you're getting this person grace, I feel like you're going to like let go of the past and let the past be the past. Same for them, because once this person gives you an understanding of, as to why things played out the way that it played out, you're going to understand why they acted the way that they acted. Even though with intuition, I feel like you kind of already knew because the way that you have a certain lens when it comes to how you view people or how you like depict conversations, you can tell a lot about a person when you hear them speak about certain things, right? You know how to read in between the lines when it comes to understanding people. And I feel like it's not going to be until this person verbally expresses those things that's going to confirm what you already felt intuitive wise about them. Ace of Swords, that's the truth. And I feel like that's what's coming in, the truth, the clarity, and all of that. And that's what's going to allow you to let things go. Like, you know what? I get it. I get it. Thank you for verbalizing that and making it known other than like, you know, me assuming or thinking it was me or I did something wrong or, something like that. What about you, collective? How do you feel? How do you feel, collective? Two of Swords came out, okay? I feel like you may step into the situation. It's a decision that you're going to have to make, but like I said, with this communication happening, I feel like you're gonna make the right decision here. What's this two of swords about? Three of Swords. Now, what may be on your mind is like, and I feel like this can be on both of y'all minds. It's like, yes, you want to give this person grace, but maybe you could be thinking of like maybe where you are at in your healing journey and maybe where they're at, and if they have a possibility of hurting you. But discipline came out here. This is somebody that's really trying hard to accomplish something when it comes to this relationship with you. Because it's like, yes, you love this person, you want to, continue to give them grace, but I feel like you don't want that pattern of like giving grace for the same things. Like this is like this is like you in school and the teacher's like, stop talking. You're like, okay. And she continue to teach and you're like, okay, stop talking or I'm going to send you to the principal's office. Like you don't really want to send him to the principal office, but once you done said it a couple of million times, it's like, okay, you playing with me. So that could be like that thought that's in your head as far as like, are they really a changed person? You know? So what else? And I feel like that's normal, to have those type of thoughts when you are mending something with someone who could have hurt your feelings before. But it I feel like a lot of what is going to confirm something for you is going to be had in this heart to heart conversation. The tower, okay? And then four of wands. That's that firm foundation of something being built. You have a way, collective, because the sun speaks of exposure too, and so does the tower. This is like you have a way of breaking someone down to reveal the deeper parts of them, and you also have the capability of helping build them back up, four of wands. And I feel like that's what you did when it came to this person. You broke them down to that breaking point of feeling as though like, man, I don't want to do this unless it's with this person specifically. And it hurt because yeah, they had to leave shit in the past, the hangman. They had to let shit go, change environments, change themselves. Like going through a tower moment is not easy because shit that was built on a faulty foundation comes crashing down. It was not built to last. But also, once that tower moment comes down, it makes room to build something beautiful. And that four of wands is that something beautiful. Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, whoever this person is, this is somebody that is constantly going to put the work in to sustain whatever foundation that y'all have going on. Ace of Swords. That's the truth. They've lived a life of knowing what it is on the other side far too long, for lack of better words. This is somebody who wants to live the rest of their life in peace, in love, and actually building with someone who wants to build with them. Somebody that works just as hard as they do. Collective. Ooh-wee. I don't know why I keep wanting to see that. Put it on and make them want to marry me. Okay. I'm telling you, sometimes it just takes a certain person, place, thing, experience in order to get somebody in this type of mind frame. Let's get some love messages and then we out of here. Emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. Exactly. Exactly. I feel like a lot of this just stems from this is like somebody, again, they finally seen was, how love is supposed to be through you, but still having that sense of resentment for how they were introduced to it up into how, like I said, up into however old they are to this point to where you change the trajectory of that. This is somebody that's like, man, I wish I would have known you prior to experiencing all this shit with all these other people. Like it's a lot for this person to learn, but they're willing to. They're willing to. Okay. When I had read emotions on here, it made me think of the Destiny's Child song Emotions. It's over and done, but the heartache lives on inside. Instead tonight. Now that I need you, tears on my pillow forever. What she say? In the words of a broken heart, it's just emotions taking me over. Caught up in sorrow, lost in the storm. And if you don't hold back, come home to me, darling. Tonight. Oh, I'm swaying. But listen, it says it is important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone. Instead of placing your focus on another, now it's time to give yourself. And with this energy, I feel like this person has been doing that. They've been trying to understand them, and more importantly, trying to understand, like, in the midst of them trying to work on themselves, it's like they can't stop thinking about you. It's like it just makes sense for you to be in their life, and it doesn't for you not to be. Okay? Playfulness. Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together and remember love is the greatest healer. Okay, somebody loves how funny you are, like how you, if they were having a bad day, like how you are able to put a smile on their face. Okay, I do feel like some of you guys just have a good sense of like youthfulness. Oh, bye, Tanya. Have a good day at work. um, yeah, you have a sense of youthfulness that, like, you can be that type of adult. Like, if this is somebody who didn't really get to um do certain things as a child, maybe they had to take an adult role at a young age. You can be that type of person that's like that like to throw this person birthday parties. Maybe this person ain't never really like got thrown a birthday party, or you like that, like those couples that, you got the Nerf gun waiting for them when they get off of work, and it's like, tread lightly when you come in. Like you just very playful. You bring out a inner child in them that they maybe have never got to actually live out. You might choose dates that's like, let's go to Top Golf. Let's go ride golf go-karts. Like, let's go to Dave and Buster's. Let's, like, you heal this person in a way that you don't know, collective. And maybe like when this person has that conversation, the reason why I feel like you and them pair so well is because love the way you pay attention. You notice everything. Like when they say certain things that hits a sore spot with them, you you do things to kind of help it. So like I said, this is like this person expressing to you like, when I was younger, I never did this. I never got a chance to do this. Woo, woo, woo. And then this is you, because you love and you care about this person, planning those things, doing those things. Like You never know how something so small can mean something so big to someone. I don't know why I feel like I want to cry. This is definitely going to be a heartfelt conversation. Like this is somebody who probably don't just cry in front of people, but because they love you and they know that you are not somebody that's going to sit here and like talk down on them or make them feel weak about it, like this person love you, child. They love you. Soulmate came out here again. It says your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. Okay. A message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. hmm Your love fills me with light. I love you. I'm telling you, this person love you. Okay. Time. It says you are trying too hard. Give it time. Um, I'm hearing Rome wasn't built overnight. Okay. Rome wasn't built overnight. So I feel like this is somebody who has been actively, with the Eight of Pentacles, they have actively been working on themselves enough to where they can come back into your presence and show you, like, look what I've worked on. You're going to tell by the way in which they articulate themselves, how they treat you, how they plan things with you. It's going to feel very intentional now that they know what they intentionally really want with you. I feel like they've always known this actually, but maybe just not how to go about it. They can damn near be asking Chat GPT or Googling, like, how do you romance a woman? How do you romance a man? Like, if they don't have anybody that they can, if they don't have a display of that within anybody that they know, there's information out there. But they're actively trying because, yeah, the feelings that you got them in, they like, I gotta get this shit together. Cause I ain't trying to lose the very one person that I really love and can see something with. Okay? Cause wait, it says wait, don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. Okay. Now, from the jump, this person, you already know this person want to marry you. They want to see it all, whatever. But they knowing that getting back into good graces with you, I'm hearing step by step. They have to gradually work towards that. They can't just assume coming in that that's the type of time that you're going to be on, you know? But they do want to take their time with actively showing you that that's the direction that they want to go in. All right, collective. So keep being you. Okay? Keep being you because being you is what attracts blessings and the things that are on your frequency to you. Okay? So if this message resonated, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Put that bell on so you know when your girl is dropping the tea and when it's hot. And I'll catch you on the next one. Happy Memorial's Day, y'all. Save me a plate. I want a chicken leek and some mac and cheese. Okay, bye.